And something to be aware of when you get to steps 11 and 12. Going by the instructions, you'll need your C and your B, but neglects to have a couple of other parts labeled there that you'll need, and those are actually found in the the clear plastic box that comes with that, and you'll find a piece like this. So you'll need this as well, and this is marked L. So you need the L1 and L2 from the clear plastic box. Again, that's not mentioned in the instructions. They're there, but it looks like the actual letters and numbers missed making it onto the sheet. So you'll need sprues C, B, and L. And again, L you will find in the plastic container. So I'm going to snip those off and I'll be right back. Another piece just on steps 11 and 12 that I noticed while dry fitting it that's missing is off of sprues B and C. You'll need the number 4 piece here. This is like the top of the foot, the armor for the top of the foot. So you'll need that off of your B and C sprues as well. Okay, so we're up to step 11, and this is putting the armor on the leg. And again, start with the left side leg, as seen from the back of the Leviathan. And the parts you'll need off of the C sprue are these. And from the L sprue in clear packaging, you will need these parts here. So the first part is putting on the upper thigh armor. So this is comprised of 2 pieces. This one here has the slots that go right under this lip here. Just slide on like that. Then you match up the back. You can see where the sides match up there. Then those would be glued. Then you have the knee part here. The pointy end is facing down. You'll see on the inside there's 2 rows there, and that matches up with the 2 that are right there on the knee as you see it. So that would fit right over like so. And let's see what we got. Now the piece that's missing off the instructions is adding the armor for the top of the foot. This goes, you'll see there's a post in the middle that lines up perfectly with that little hole in the top of the foot. Slides on like so. This front piece here, spiky bit facing up, so that would be glued on there. And then finally you would take this ankle protection piece, it goes over there, and then you have the 2 pieces that will slide in and connect into there. So what I'm going to do is it'll be easier to do this once it's glued up. So let's start on that, take these pieces off and get this stuff glued in. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the top here, these 2 pieces. You want to be careful with the glue on this as well, because you want to maintain the rotation, so the glue needs to stay underneath. So don't get too crazy when you're adding the parts here and gluing it up. Then we'll do the same on the back. Just a couple of drops, a little shelf here. You know what, I'm going to add just a little bit here on these pieces so it'll hold better with the opposite side armor. You can just line those up like so. I'm actually going to take the rubber bands that came with the kit and get that to hold together while it dries. Okay, so that. The next piece will be the knee, and again you want the pointy end facing down. Again, being careful with your glue around the joints, so just put a little bit on the surfaces that meet here. And slot it into the holes there. You got that piece in place. Now for the next part, I guess we'll add in for the top of the foot, we'll put this in. So for here, just put a drop of glue here and a little bit around the top. And here you want the pointed end, the front of it, that's the front, so you want that facing out. Slide that over in place. You're set there. Now the next piece is this one here. And the way this goes in, you want the rivets facing up. You don't want to put it upside down. You want this at the bottom. And what it'll do is you're going to line the holes up here with here, and then push through these connectors. So we'll maneuver this in place. And these are keyed, so there's a specific shape on the back here. So we just line that up with this hole first. Make sure we got that in. Then on the other side, just do the same thing. You can look underneath to make sure you're lining the holes up properly. So get the lined up in the hole here. Where am I facing? Backwards. There we go. And then you'll see you got to kind of line up and push those in once you're. Now on these, I'm going to leave it as is for now, but you could probably put a little glue on the cap here so it sticks to this piece, but don't put it inside because you're going to want to maintain the motion on the ankle piece. Because as you move your legs, it's going to be different positions, and this will need to move as well. So we've got that, and then the final piece is just the toe. And we'll put a little glue here. Hold that in place. And voila, that is our armored leg. So I'll leave the rubber band on there for a few more minutes to dry. And we'll swing over here to the other leg and just do the reverse. hold that. I'll throw another rubber band on it here. Okay, well that's drying. We'll move over to the knee and just put a little glue on the contact points so you don't have to flood the parts with glue. And again, keeping the pointy end facing down. Just match it up with the slots on the existing knee piece. That should stay. And we'll put the top of the foot on. Again, on here you have the pointy end facing the front of the foot. And then we'll move on to the ankle piece here, which I didn't clean off one side, so 1 second. So again, you rotate this so that the rivets and the holes are facing down. Maneuver that around the existing pieces. Grab one of your connectors. Turn it over so I can see the bottom. Push that through. Tricky, I keep missing the since it's keyed in a certain position. I gotta probably be easier if I just put it through first and then lined up on the hole. There we go. Just turn it around. Same thing on this side. Holes up, just put some pressure, and that's in place. And then finally we'll just do the toe, and this will bring us to the end of the legs. That one, take this off here. So we have our two legs, and again they're able to move. Let's double check that. Everything seems to be moving right. So we've got our one leg done, and we've got the other one here. Everything seems to be moving the way it's meant to be. Yep, so it should be done. So that brings us to the end of step 12, and we now have our completed Crusader legs. So the next part, step 13, will bring us into start doing the core of the Leviathan. We're starting to put together the hips, the spine, and start building that out. So that'll be steps 13 through 15, and I'm going to go grab the sprues. For that, you're going to need the E sprues, and also there's going to be some hydraulics on there, so I'll need some of the sprues out of the clear plastic container as well. So I'll grab those, clean those up, and then we'll start off on step 13 when we get back.